Today we're here to review the MD Hearing Aid Core. Behind the ear hearing aids, a pair of these hearing aids is sold for $1,000. That has our attention, but I want to make sure we do our research and I want to make sure you have all the information to decide whether these hearing aids are of good quality, of good value, and if they're going to actually treat and improve your hearing ability. Hey guys, and welcome to HearWeb. On this YouTube channel, we review the most up-to-date hearing aid technology, including online hearing aids and hearing aids you can buy in person from an audiologist. The purpose of our YouTube channel is to give you more information so that you can make a better decision about which hearing aids are right for you. Make sure to subscribe by pressing that red button below to stay up to date with our newest videos. Today we're going to review the Core product from MD Hearing Aid. This is a Bluetooth behind the ear device. So let's start with the look and feel of the hearing aid and see how it looks. Inside of the case for the MD Hearing Aid Volt, you get two of these behind the ear hearing aids with a slim tube. This is the color of the hearing aid. It's beige. You can see here there's the volume control, up for louder, down for softer. This is also how you change the programs from one to the other. The top of the hearing aid, it goes into this slim tube, which goes into this plastic tip in the ear. This is called a comfort tip. It comes in different sizes. This little plastic hook goes in the bowl part of your ear in order to keep the whole hearing aid secure and in place. Underneath here, there's the battery door. So these hearing aids use a standard size 312 battery, which looks like that. To turn the hearing aid off, you open this door. And to turn the hearing aid on, you close this door. That's pretty standard. It comes with an extra comfort tip there of a different size, as well as a brush in order to clean the device. This is the app manual. You would use this manual to set it up. Your hearing aids also come with a quick start guide, encouraging you to download the app. The hearing aids come with 3 of these boxes. This is a box of batteries. There's 40 batteries. The hearing aids go in this case like that. Those are the MD Hearing Aid Core. Now let me show you how this looks on the ear. When I put this piece up and behind my ear, I then put this small slim tube and rubber tip into my ear canal like that. And then there's this little plastic hook. I take that plastic hook and I put it in the bowl part of my ear and I push that rubber tip in, tucking it back. That's how it looks from behind. And then there's the hearing aid on the side of my ear. Overall, it fits my ear well. If you have a hearing loss that's in the mild to moderate range, then these hearing aids would probably be appropriate for you. However, if your hearing loss is in the severe range, then these hearing aids likely do not have the gain or the amplification sufficient to give you the best hearing possible. There's 2 ways to get these hearing aids set up. The first way is if you just buy them online and then adjust the volume yourself, you're going to notice some benefit. The second way is if you buy the hearing aids online and then connect them to your smartphone through the MD Hearing Aid app, you can take a hearing test, and then that hearing test through the hearing aids will adjust the levels of the amplification in your ears. That is not as valid as a legitimate hearing test inside of a clinic with an audiologist, but overall their online hearing test is an okay, fair representation about overall how well you hear. And that's likely going to be more personalized than if you just put the hearing aids on and adjusted the volume in the programs without doing this hearing test. These hearing aids only have this rubber tip. If you have a severe hearing loss, you would need an actual ear mold, a custom shape ear mold of your ear by a local audiologist. So let's talk about the price of these hearing aids. They're listed online to be sold at $1,000 for the pair. If you're considering buying these hearing aids online, and if you go on MD Hearing Aid's website, be cautious because they have some misleading numbers with the actual cost of the hearing aids. First, they say they're $1,600, and then they say that they're giving them to you at a discount for $1,000. Now, every time I've been on their website, they always make this claim. So just beware with that. The smartphone app for these hearing aids is called MD Hearing Aid app, and you can find it in the App Store or in the Google Play Android store. Overall, the app has great reviews. It has an average 4-star rating of over 700 users, and that's pretty good for an app. My own personal experiences connecting the hearing aids to the app was that the app really was excellent. It was very easy and seamless to connect the hearing aids to my phone. Using the volume control through the app was excellent, as well as changing the programs. It was all very intuitive. Even if you don't think you're that good with smartphones, I would say the MD Hearing Aid app was very easy to use. It's not necessary to use the app to get benefit from the hearing aids, but if you prefer to use the app to control the quality of sound and the loudness of sound, you can do so either via the buttons on the hearing aid itself or through the app, which connects Bluetooth to your smartphone. The smartphone app allows in situ audiometry to create a personalized program for your hearing aids. It also has an equalizer to control bass, mids, and treble. It also has a button for noise reduction. And then finally, you can request some adjustments to the hearing aids through telehealth through the app. When we're working with hearing aids, there's typically different programs, and if you change to a certain program, that means that the sound quality will be different depending on that environment. The 4 programs in the MD Hearing Aid Core are quiet, conversation, restaurant, and automatic. So the 4 different programs change the hearing aid settings. And I actually verified this in a hearing clinic with technical equipment, that the different sound settings did change when I did change for the different programs. And that's what I would expect. When I ran the noise reduction for different speakers talking at the same time, the hearing aid did significantly turn down the sound of the voices behind me and it kept clear the voices in front of me. Now this was done in a test box with technical audiology equipment, so that was good to see that the hearing aids were reducing sounds from the back and focusing on sounds from the front, so it passed that noise reduction test. These are Bluetooth hearing aids. They do connect to iPhone and Android, so that's great. They do use a disposable battery, so they are not rechargeable, although the company does have another rechargeable model. I didn't see any tinnitus features inside of this hearing aid, so there wasn't any integrated sound therapy. But if they are connected to Bluetooth and they're able to stream, then you could play sound therapy for tinnitus through the streaming of the phone. If you've made it this far, thank you for being with us. And we're about to get to the really exciting part, which is the pros and cons of this hearing aid. For the MD Hearing Aid Core, the first pro is that these hearing aids have a great price. For a pair of Bluetooth behind the ear hearing aids, they cost $1,000. That's a great price when we compare other hearing aids that you would buy in person, usually costing upwards of $2,000. So that definitely has our attention. And that's the first pro, is the actual price of these devices. The second major pro is that the MD Hearing Aid Core connects to the MD Hearing Aid app, and through Bluetooth, that app is outstanding. It's one of the better hearing aid apps I've used through a smartphone. So if you're someone who is tech savvy, or if you're someone who uses their phone constantly, then having those adjustments through the phone is going to be a big upgrade. Whether you're considering trying hearing aids for the first time, or if you're considering different models of hearing aids, having good Bluetooth connection to a smartphone is important. And sometimes the app itself that the company uses is a big factor for how well your experience is. Now let's get into the cons. The cons, things that I want you to look out for, things to be cautious about if you're considering these hearing aids. The first con is that the company does not accept a previous audiogram for programming. You have to rely on the MD Hearing Aid app's hearing test, or you have to take the hearing screening online to determine how to set up the hearing aids. Now, although that might help you somewhat, it's not as valid and reliable as a real hearing test inside of a hearing booth. As an audiologist, I know how important it is to make sure the hearing test is accurate before we fit hearing aids. The second con for the MD Hearing Aid Core is the color. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they only offer this beige color. If you have beige color skin and you're trying to match this hearing aid to your skin, then it should do okay. But as an audiologist, I know most people try to match the hearing aid to their hair color. This is designed to match the skin of someone with white skin. So if you have black skin, if you have dark skin, if you have very tan skin, this hearing aid wouldn't blend in that well. And again, if you're trying to match it to the color of your hair, most people have brown, black, white hair. This also wouldn't match the hair, so that's a con. The third con here is the risk of an error when you're trying to fit these yourselves by taking the online hearing test, put them in your ear, making sure they're set up properly. A common mistake when you're setting hearing aids up yourself is that if they're half hanging out of your ear, you think they're working properly, but you're missing out on 30% of sounds because it's not in the proper position. When it's like that, it might start whistling and it just creates a really bad experience. So whenever you're doing online hearing aids, there's a risk of a self-fitting error. And certainly with these hearing aids, that's a risk. That said, they do have a call center. They do have some support. So if you do get into trouble, you can contact someone from their company and they will be able to help you to some degree. The last con here is that these hearing aids have a disposable battery. That's not a horrible thing, but the best hearing aids today have rechargeable batteries. Think about electronics in general. The best electronics today have a rechargeable battery that you charge every night, and then it lasts you the next day in full. Modern hearing aids that are the best hearing aids out there, they have rechargeable batteries. Even MD Hearing Aid themselves has another rechargeable battery hearing aid that we did another review video on this channel on. So that's a con, is to have to worry and fuss with those small hearing aid batteries when there are products out there that have rechargeable batteries to help you. Now you've made it through this video, so how's it been so far? I wanted to now move on to explain some other different kinds of hearing aids that we talk about and review on this YouTube channel, HearWeb, to help you decide about MD Hearing Aid Core versus other online hearing aids and which products make the most sense for you. The first product I want to compare with the MD Hearing Aid Core is the MD Hearing Aid Volt. This is MD Hearing Aid's rechargeable hearing aid. It's not Bluetooth. It's much larger than the Core, but it is cheaper. It's about $600 for the pair, and that's something that we did a full video on. You can check that out. If you're looking for a cheaper hearing aid through MD Hearing Aid, that one's something to consider. The MD Hearing Aid Core overall is much better. It's a much better experience than the MD Hearing Aid Volt. Another hearing aid to check out, which we also did a full video review on, is the Lexi Lumen hearing aid. This one is definitely one you want to consider checking out. They have a great balance between the actual sound, the style, the app. It's not rechargeable. It's similar to the Core. The Lexi Lumen hearing aid costs $800. Make sure to check out that full review video if you're interested in the Lexi Lumen hearing aid. Additionally, we have the Audicus Wave hearing aids. We did another video review, a full video review of the Audicus Wave. The Audicus Wave hearing aids cost $1,800 for the pair. They are Bluetooth behind the ear hearing aids. A little different style, a little more modern style to them with different colors. The Audicus Wave also comes with a rechargeable, and that's $2,100. Now at HearWeb, we don't sell these hearing aids. What we do is review them to help you make a better decision about what's right for you. So if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel here, HearWeb. Give this video a thumbs up if you've learned something. And I'm going to now recommend you check out another video here. Additionally, feel free to go to hearweb.com to learn more about the most up-to-date coupons and discounts on these hearing aids. To my side, there's another video you can check out, which will give you another detailed review of some hearing aids. Thank you so much for watching this video. I've really enjoyed it. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.